What up, fam? It's time for the Binge Boys Podcast, episode 209. Wow. I'm your host, Loki. Joined, of course, by Tanner and Matt.
Hello.
What up?
Good. How'd Loki feel off the bat there?
Good. Excited for the epi. We got a lot of new location things going on, and I love saying location. Saying location. Matt, you're in a new place.
Yeah, I'm at the house, man. That's part of the reason why I wasn't on last week, and that's really what I got for this past weekend. Just moving in, getting ready. But yeah, here we are, ready to pod.
Hell yeah!
There you go, ready to mob.
Always ready to mob.
Always.
Moving or not, always ready to mob.
Right. The moving doesn't stop the mobbing.
No, it doesn't. If anything, it just moves the mobbing to a new location.
This is dark.
Please stop.
If this is your first time joining us on the Binge Boys Podcast, welcome. If it isn't your first time, welcome back. The premise is each week my co-host and I discuss the hottest in TV and movies, and we sprinkle in some pop culture, some music, some sports here and there. You know, we like to mix it up. We just do the damn thing. We don't use super crazy terminology. We're just three guys who enjoy movies, and we talk about why they're good and why some of them aren't good. How can you support us? Listen to the episodes first off. Give us feedback by leaving a rating and a review on iTunes and sharing with a friend. Everyone wants to know, what's the new thing I need to watch? What's the next album I should listen to? Well, we might have the answers, so come on and listen. Every Thursday, either Megan and Emily or Tanner and Matt or any combination of that or more sit down to discuss a movie, and we kind of break it down piece by piece. That's called the run through. And this week, no run through. Like we've said, all of month of June, there was no run through. But starting back next week, we've got Independence Day, followed by How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, then followed by Monsters Inc., and then followed by Step Brothers. So we got July with a loaded month.
Yeah, that's quite just hopping on all genres there.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopping all over the place. So if you're into that sort of thing, listen every Thursday for the run through, and you'll like those as well. If you prefer to watch us discuss these things, you can head over to youtube.com/watchdogmedia, where all of these episodes are available. We started back recently to try to get back into the flow of YouTube, and thanks to shout out to intern Jackie. She's been cutting all of our episodes up and forming clips that you can see on YouTube, and they're on our Instagram at Binge Boys Podcast as well.
I saw that. I got on the YouTube the other day. I expected to be long, like videos, but no, it was. I like that
form content.
I like the short form content.
Me too. Draws better attention.
Yeah, but then the episodes are available as well. If you'd like to watch the full episode, you can. But otherwise, we're available on Apple and Spotify as well.
There we go.
That's what I had to say. Let's talk about what we have going on in life. What was this weekend like for you? Tanner, you were on a trip.
I was.
Where'd you go?
Went to Long Beach Island in New Jersey.
Okay.
Wow. It was hot. I didn't put on any sunscreen. I was like, I'm just going to be here a few days. Why not just get torched, you know? But I severely regret that. But anyways, you know, I've done this a million times. You know, you'd think you'd learn once in a while, but you know,
you don't.
I'm going to look good when it all peels off.
Well,
that's worse though.
Yeah,
yeah, it is worse.
It's the screaming in the shower that does it for me.
Oh boy, yeah. Applying the aloe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's what you did. What'd you do? Who'd you go see?
We went and saw. You remember the Trost family?
I do.
It's this family we used to live by. We were really good friends with them. We went and surprised Kim.
Yeah.
It was
Kim
her,
and Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was her birthday, and everybody else but her knew about it. So
okay.
So
I was just gonna ask if the family knew.
Oh yeah. So it was awesome. Kayaking, on the waves. Me and the younger kid, we were freaking. That was
you went kayaking.
We kayaked like over the waves out to like the really deep area, and then we rode waves back in. And
that's fun.
The waves were huge, and we were just like flipping over a couple of times.
That's fun.
Awesome. Yeah,
that's fun stuff.
It was terrifying.
Good to see that you didn't get got by anything in the ocean.
You see, at one point we flipped and I couldn't touch, and I was like, okay, I gotta get back on this, and we're going back in.
Yeah,
because I don't like that.
Yeah, if you flip and you can't touch the ground,
and my sunglasses were like coming off, my vest wasn't tight; it was all the way up my face. I was like,
oh yeah, that's the worst.
I was like, I'm gonna die.
You're choking on that salt water. That ain't great. It ain't great.
Never.
That's a day ruiner right there. Taking a big gulp of the salt water when you least expect it.
You're thirsty for the next 36 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then we freaking fell like really close to the sand, and I fell and got like sand everywhere.
Oh no, that's also the worst.
I even took a shower and I still found sand, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? This sucks."
Dude, you just have to have like the suitcase you take on like beach vacations, because no matter what you do, you will find sand in that bag.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yep. You almost got to take your suitcase to get dry cleaned after you leave the beach, because there will be sand there for the next 4 years.
You'll find sand for another month after this. I still will.
Yeah, you'll be an adult. You'll go on a business trip. You'll open your suitcase. And you're like, oh my god, there's sand here. Oh yeah, from when we went to the beach 5 summers ago.
I forgot I brought my briefcase to the beach. That was kind of a weird move on my part, but here we are in this situation.
What did you get into over the weekend?
Moved. Had the mover Saturday morning. My sister, shouts to Mal, came down, helped just get things cleaned up and settled, and then there was a medium level mob yesterday. Met up in wonderful college town of Bloomington, Indiana. Shouts to IU. Went to winery, brewery, basically just kind of mobbed. So yeah, man, mowed the lawn. That's fun.
Oh, homeowner shit.
Yeah, basically.
That's some homeowner shit, bro.
Just real like suburban, just mowing the lawn, hitting a winery in a Hawaiian shirt, just dad stuff, pretty much.
Hell yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, what did you get up to, Logan?
Well, surprise, Friday night I worked / wedding planned. Saturday I went to the mall with the fam, to the Lenox Mall, and for those of you who know, I did not get killed, so we're good. There's been several how do I describe this? Lenox Mall is very deep into Atlanta, Matt, and it's very ghetto at times. And it's a very nice mall, very, very nice stores, a lot of which I cannot afford, very designer-esque brands. But at times it is very ghetto and very overcrowded. And there have been, I don't know, maybe 10 shootings there over the last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just 2 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure a security guard was shot and killed out front. Really terrible. And it was kind of my parents were like, we're going to go to the mall. And I was like, that mall? But had a good time, mobbed with the fam, dropped a bag. Not going to lie. Just kidding. I didn't drop any bags. I bought a new phone case because I did the thing this time around where I got when I got this phone a few years ago, I got like a clear phone case. That way you could see the color of the back of the phone.
Yeah.
And over time, I had slowly realized that it gets dirty real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see the dirt when you take it off.
Mm-hmm.
And I took my phone case off the other night before we went to the mall, and I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting.
Yeah, the clear phone case is the white car of the phone case world.
Yes, it is. So I mobbed and I got a new phone case, nothing crazy. And then I got a new Apple Watch band as well for my watch. So I spent a little time in the Apple store.
Just crushing accessories.
I stay crushing accessories. Almost bought this new pair of shoes that would have been really awesome, and I would have definitely gotten a gram off. But Catherine presented me with the overwhelming evidence of we're planning a wedding.
Yeah.
Do you really need to go and buy a $130 pair of shoes? And I said, she's like, which do you want more, the accessories or the shoes? And I said, you know what? I think I need the accessories a little more.
Can you really marry someone who doesn't respect the drip?
Hey, and you know what's funny about this? I'm about to steam on Catherine here for a second because I didn't spend $130 on those shoes. But you know what? Meanwhile, okay, so this is how it went down. My mom and sister and Catherine went off to look at some stores that they were interested in. My dad, my brother, and I went to a couple stores we were interested, Apple being one of them, and then in that shoe store being the other. And I don't buy my shoes, no, but we meet up after 30 minutes of being separated, and she's like, I got some things. And I go, oh, yeah? And she was like, I don't know, it's like, how much? And she was like, $130 worth. And I was like, come on. But she made a good point of she didn't choose between two different stores. I had to choose between. Otherwise, I would have spent $200. And I definitely don't need to be doing that because we are wedding planning. Yeah. We've got a venue. We've got a place.
Bang.
Bang. I think we've got a place. We've looked at 3 places over the course of last week, and the third option is the most attractive in terms of what they offer and what they provide. What you'll go to know, and Tanner, in your future when you do this same thing, and then Matt, I'm sure whenever you get to it, but you're older and wiser, you know. I mean, along the lines of my age, you're not a youngin' like Tanner.
Fair.
You know that a lot of venues either provide a lot of things or they don't provide a lot of things. And some of the ones we went to were outrageously priced and not included a lot of stuff, which
tough combo. It
is a tough combo. So we're going with the option that is more cost effective, but also gives us more bang for the buck. If I'm going to be spending, thousands of dollars on something, I want it to include the things that I otherwise would have to pay other thousands of dollars for. So we're pretty much settled on a place. We just need to get a date nailed down, and then the RSVPs are getting mailed out.
There it is.
And by that I mean not until like September or October, because she wants to wait until the fall to take our engagement pictures. So
pretty.
Be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
And but yeah, Friday night worked. Saturday night spent the day at the mall. And I also built, you can't see it in frame here. Tanner, could you grab it for me? Over there on my dresser, I built something on Saturday night with my brother. He got one from Target because it was on sale, but he got another one because it was also on sale. I built this little desk piece, this Boba Fett.
There it is. Here. That's tight.
Yeah, it was about 650 pieces, and I put it together in about 4 hours. Kind of a record.
I thought you were going to say dollars.
Yeah, me too. I was about to be like, are you freaking kidding me?
Absolutely not.
5 pairs of those shoes.
Yeah, for real. So that was a little fun mint. I built the Baby Yoda back at Christmas, and it kind of ignited a little Lego building, feeling that I hadn't experienced in quite a few years. And when my brother hit me with the opportunity to build this thing, I was like, absolutely. So you might see more Legos coming your way from me. Maybe it's childish. Maybe
it's not.
But
it's awesome.
But it's I just broke it.
Nice.
So that's great. Let's put that back together and then move on to our main topics. But before we get to our topics, I wanted to remind everybody about the little thing that me and Tanner talked about last week, and that's Daiso.
Oh,
do we remember this? Matt, did you listen to last week's episode?
No, I didn't. I forgot.
Well, Matt, I'd love. Let me be the first to say that we got sponsored by somebody. We have product.
New sponsor alert.
New sponsor alert.
Bag secured.
Yeah, it's from Daiso. So Daiso is the world's best spiked superfruit seltzer, using gluten-free vodka and all natural superfruits that are rich in electrolytes, antioxidants, and vitamins. You love to see all of those things in a drink, especially of the alcoholic form.
Yeah.
Replenish as you party and always know exactly what you're putting in your body. A lot of these brands, they'll print the generic label on the side, but then you'll go here and say, oh, Monster Energy has this, and this that's horrible for you, or Mountain Dew has this, and this that's horrible for you. Not Daiso. They tell you exactly everything that's in that beverage so you know exactly what you're putting in your body. They're retailed all across the nation, but if you're not sure where they're located, go on to drinkdezo.com and kind of go to the little store locator tool they've got there. Type in your zip code and see where it can be found near you.
Looks like you can order it online on their website here too.
You absolutely can.
That's amazing.
Check out their flavors. They've got, they sent me to try the watermelon flavor, as well as I haven't even touched the cactus and coconut water. Not sure how I'm going to feel about cactus water, but I'll find out here after.
Cactus water.
Yeah, I'll find out here after this epi. I'm going to try it. It's been in the fridge since this morning. I'm going to try it.
You typically don't want to touch the cactus, but with this, I want to get my hands all over it.
That's a really good point, Matt. I'm really glad you said that. So again, go to their website, drinkdezo.com. That's where you'll find out more about the company, the fruits, the stuff they put in their beverages. And again, type in your zip code or address and find out if Dezo could be sent to you. Again, drinkdezo.com. Drink Dezo. Got some headlines here, folks. Unlike last week, we actually have a few to discuss. Number 1, Transformers 7 has its official title. Yeah, that's right. Transformers 7 has its new title, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. And it teases characters that have not yet been in the franchise yet. Our main hero, of course, is going to be Optimus Prime, but Rise of the Beast will also expand the big world of the Transformers universe, presenting a clash between tribes of alien robots. That's based on the famous comic/cartoon series, The Beast Wars.
Okay.
So essentially prehistoric animal Transformers. Basically Transformers that can transform into T-Rexes and saber-toothed tigers and really cool stuff. So
and whatnot.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's the title of the film. Trying to see here if there's a date. I'm pretty sure Transformers Rise of the Beast will launch June 24th, 2022, a little less than a year from now. So yeah, that's the title. I'm going to move on.
Yeah. Do it.
Scarlett Johansson is going to produce and star in a Disney's Tower of Terror movie.
Interesting.
This is the latest movie to be announced in Disney's cinematic roller coaster verse. Is that going to be a thing?
The Coasterverse.
The first being Pirates of the Caribbean, second being Jungle Cruise that comes out in a few weeks.
Don't forget Country Bears.
Oh, yes. Can't
Haunted
forget
Mansion.
Country Bears. Oh, wow. Wait, did the ride or the movie come first on Haunted Mansion?
Definitely the ride. The ride was from like the 60s.
Okay. So maybe the first was the Haunted Mansion. I hadn't even thought about that, and I forgot about Country Bears. So how about that? Look at me,
Great.
not knowing the facts. Who am I, Zach? Shouts to Zach. It wasn't Zach that didn't know the facts. It was Pearson. Pearson didn't know the facts. He always said incorrect things. Toy Story 4 director and Inside Out writer Josh Cooley is writing the script. Plot details are being kept under wraps, but Scarlett Johansson's production company is producing it. And it is going, there's no plot details, no release date, but we are going to see how this goes. Tower of Terror movie. Does that excite you in any way, Tanner?
Kind of. I mean, a little. I mean, I never thought that I would see that though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Might be interesting.
You can make a good movie out of anything.
You can make it pretty scary.
I don't know. Yeah. Need a little bit more detail.
Yeah.
Need some more details. So until then, we will just move right along to this news that Xbox has today. Xbox today launched their cloud gaming service. It is fully available to all Game Pass Ultimate subscribers. Starting today, Xbox Cloud Gaming is available on all Windows 10 PCs and Apple phones and tablets via browser across 22 countries. So, games can be streamed to those devices at 1080p and up to 60 frames per second, which is pretty awesome.
Wow.
This is relating back to the comment I think we covered a few months back that said that Xbox's CEO said something along the lines of Xbox gaming will take place beyond the console. And we were all wondering what that was.
Mm-hmm.
The cloud gaming service is that very concept.
Muy
Seems like
interesante.
So now, if you have Xbox Live, you can play your games streamed onto a tablet, not even requiring a disc or a console. Interesting.
Huh.
We'll see how the success of this pans out. Because where are you? Well, unless you're on a... Well, that wouldn't make any sense. I was going to say, this would make sense if you're on a road trip and you want to stream games, but you got to be in a working internet connection to stream them.
Fair.
So where are you going to be? Or maybe I guess this is appealing to people who don't want to pay for a console.
That's a good point.
So I don't know who this is for necessarily.
Can't really.
Those people, I guess, who don't want to pay for a console. But
Probably.
Either way,
that's really interesting.
it is out today. So if you're an Xbox guy or gal, check it out.
Cool.
I am not.
Me neither.
So PS4 or 5. That's what I
don't
play.
have 5.
I'm
not quite there yet.
Few trailers came out this weekend, one of which being for a movie that we've already seen a trailer for, Shang-Chi in the Legend of the Ten Rings. I've learned that is the correct pronunciation of the character's name, Shang-Chi.
Cool.
This new trailer just showed us more action shots of Shang-Chi.
I think I saw that on TV watching the NBA playoffs.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that's when they dropped it.
Yeah, I swear. Was it yesterday?
It was a few days ago. I think it was Friday.
Sunday night?
No, it was like Friday.
Oh, well, I might have saw it
because
Sunday night too,
over the
rerun.
weekend, people were theorizing like crazy because at the very end of the trailer, we see Abomination from the Incredible Hulk movie, the villain.
Oh,
fighting Wong.
Yeah,
from Doctor Strange. It's a very quick thing, but Abomination is straight up there.
That's so interesting.
Where has he been since the Incredible Hulk? Why wasn't he present when Thanos raided Earth? Who knows?
GBD.
The multiverse.
You got to think. Ooh, and I'm really glad that you just said the multiverse because Matt and Tanner, if you guys go to Disney Plus right now, and stream WandaVision, the finale of WandaVision has been changed by Marvel. The 10 seconds at the very end, or 10, 15, 30 seconds, whatever, at the very end of the episode has been altered by Marvel. And a lot of people are saying that Loki, the events of Loki have sprung out different universes. So you know the after credits scene where you see Wanda hiding out in the cave where she's like doing her sorcerer shit?
Yeah.
Doing the astral projection. Yeah.
You can see a projection of somebody with a cape flying down to see her, but you cannot see who it is. But you see the shadow in the projection of that person. It looks fake, but if you watch it on Disney Plus, you will see that scene.
What the freak?
So a lot of people are thinking, why would they do this? Some people are thinking, oh, Loki has created a multiverse based off of his events thus far in Loki. And that is why this branch timeline has spun somebody to visit Wanda. Who knows? We don't know yet. I just wanted to throw that little bit in there. But either way, Matt, did you see this?
White Vision.
Or it's White Vision.
Yeah.
Matt, did you see this trailer? Or did it get you any more hype for Shang-Chi?
I'm, still on board with anything Marvel throws out. Happy to see some new movie content always. So yeah, not watched it. Thought it was great. Still in.
Still in. That's where I'm at. I think the hype is built for me over the last couple months.
Yeah, especially because of the Abomination.
Yeah, I'm very interested. I'm sure he might just be like a quick cameo, but there's been a lot of chatter about General Ross's involvement with the MCU. Yeah. In terms of like the not the Black Panther, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier theories that he was involved behind the scenes.
The Thunderbolts, yeah.
Correct. So Yeah, I'm really hyped for Shang-Chi, man, or Shang-Chi. You see more effects about how the 10 rings look, and it looks badass.
Yep.
There's giant monsters and stuff that they fight with. There's just a whole lot going on in this movie, and I can't wait for September.
Yeah, me too.
Also important to note that Black Widow comes out next week.
Wow. Got to make plans.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
We do. Because I'm not paying $30 to watch it on Disney Plus. I'm going to see that in theaters.
Yep.
But moving on, Matt, I know you're not a big horror guy, but the next two trailers are horror movies. So I'm going to assume that you skipped out.
Yeah, I didn't watch them.
Don't even worry about it because they probably wouldn't make sense anyway for not knowing a lot of horror lore. The first of which is a sequel to 2018's 19's
I think.
I think you're right. Halloween reboot starring Judy Greer, Jamie Lee Curtis, Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh boy.
This is a sequel to Halloween. Now, for those of you who are confused, it's because yes, Michael Myers at the end of Halloween died. Did you see the remake, Tanner?
I think I watched. No, I watched the old one over your shoulder in the car. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
But on the way to Illinois. But
yes.
No, I don't think I watched. No,
yes,
maybe I did.
I don't know if you
I
did.
feel like you showed it to me. I
think the only time I've seen it. No, I saw it
because I remember the one of the earlier scenes was him in the prison.
Yes,
and it was creepy as shit. Yeah. But you didn't see him. But you know,
I
have seen it.
I keep breaking my statue here.
So yeah, didn't he fall out of a?
Well, she lit him on fire there, Tanner.
Oh yeah.
And the house burned down, presumably. But at the beginning of the trailer, you see
there he is on fire right there.
Kind of walking right out of the burning house. In fact, there he is. We're looking at screenshots on IMDb.
Man is relentless.
And the movie looks cool. It looks like a fun thriller, but the only problem is the movie makes it look like he's doing a lot of killing just to kill. And that's not who Michael Myers is. All of his killings are supposed to be very calculated and thought out. He's not just a killing spree kind of guy. So a lot of people are wondering if they're kind of going overboard with it, but
maybe he's evolving.
But I'm excited. It comes out this October, I believe.
Shocked.
Either October or September.
October would make sense.
Yeah. Yes, October 15th, 2021, we will see Halloween Kills.
Sweet.
And lastly, the last trailer is for a movie called Candyman.
Boy.
Candyman is the sequel / reboot / sequel of the horror film Candyman that came out in 1992. I don't really know much about Candyman. If you know anything, Matt, feel free to chime in. But
so yeah, it was just like the story of it is it takes place like in the projects of I think Chicago. I think it was like a black guy who was like wrongly accused of a crime and was like put to death. He was like basically lynched, and then sort of became lore where if you like looked in, it's sort of like Bloody Mary style, where it's like if you looked in the mirror and said his name, you know, a certain number of times he'd, you know, appear. And so yeah, I've heard really good things about it. And it's like obviously good like social commentary. So I'm interested to see if that through line kind of makes it into the new one.
Yeah, I'm curious. The movie is made by Jordan Peele.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's one of the writers.
Right.
He's the head writer, in fact. But he, so this is a very Get Out-esque, very psychological thriller / horror movie. I really don't know how to describe it. It looks like Candyman is slowly creeping up and kind of manipulating and taking over this guy, our main protagonist. So I don't really know. Afterwards, we'll watch the trailer, Tanner, so you can get your thoughts on it. But yeah, it just looks weird. But you know, Jordan Peele's behind the scenes, so I have faith. And it's been in the making for a long time. We would have seen this movie last year if it wasn't for COVID. Same thing with Halloween. Same thing with Shang-Chi. So I'm glad, I think, like everybody, to be finally seeing content again. Tanner.
Yes.
Do you want to discuss Loki episode 3?
You know, nah.
All right, next thing.
Of course, let's do it.
All right, next segment.
Okay. What do you think?
I'll go mild spoilers on this one. Although I honestly thought this one was a little boring.
I kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed the dialogue between the two. Well, I can't really say anything, can I?
No, you can. I enjoyed.
Go for it. I'll watch it soon enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I watched. I enjoyed the last 20 minutes, but the first 30 were very slow to me. Essentially, Loki and female Loki go on like a little kind of a side quest
for extra XP.
To do, for real, for extra XP, trying to level up, trying to beat the boss. And they kind of go off and they do this thing at this place. I don't really remember it, to be honest. I don't remember why they were there.
I watched it today.
Oh, I was gonna reiterate. You can do spoilers. Like all.
No. I'm saying these things because I truly don't remember where they went.
Every time we talk about it,
it's because it comes out on Wednesday.
I hate this,
and I don't. But then do I watch it twice?
I never want to.
I say keep the same weekend schedule. That's what I do.
You just watch it on like Friday night or a Saturday or something?
Yep.
I might start doing that because honestly, it's not providing for good content.
No, because I don't know what to say right now.
All I know is that Loki demonstrated an ability at the end of the episode that got me curious, where he essentially used the Force.
I know. Where'd that come from?
And I don't know if he ever had that before. We've never seen it on screen before, if he has.
But then my roommate, who I was watching it with, he's like, yeah, dude, Loki's powerful. I'm like, but we've never seen that before. He never really uses powerful. Like, that made him look like the Squidward guy. Thanos' little buddy made him look as powerful as him, I
forget his name.
I forgot his name too.
But
I don't think it's Squidward, though.
That's what Tony Stark called him, though.
I guess that's true.
But, man, his name. Damn it. I don't know. Either way.
Squilliam.
No, that's not it. But yeah, I mean, it was a fine. There was some good action there at the end.
Yeah,
a lot of fighting between female Loki and regular Loki.
Squidward's name is Ebony Maw.
Yeah, Maw. That's right. That's right.
Ebony Maw.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I don't watch the show, I can at least provide support.
Yes, absolutely. You're Jamie.
Yeah,
you're the Jamie of the Binge Boys.
Oh no, I don't know if I want that.
No, you're better than Jamie. You're better than just a guy who chips in when they need fact checks.
Sure.
You're in fact a host. Jamie is not. But, I don't know.
We'll see. I'm interested.
We can't just keep saying that every week. We'll see.
I know, but we will see.
Honestly, I am still on the camp, man, that I've enjoyed WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier way more. This is the least entertaining so far to me.
The most one for me was WandaVision. Even Captain America, I liked it, but I wasn't as interested week to week as I was for WandaVision. It was also like kind of thrilling. Like it kind of just was super suspenseful, a little creepy. And I like that. That was like,
I was so hooked on both of those shows, but now I'm just watching it week to week because it's a Marvel thing.
Yeah, and plus, like, you can't miss it.
If you told me tomorrow that Loki got canceled and I wouldn't be able to see the rest of the season, I'd be like, okay.
Dang.
Well, I feel like they're going to pack so much into these next 3 episodes.
There's only 3 episodes left.
They're going to blow the multiverse up in a second. It's going to happen.
I am welcoming my mind to be blown. I'm welcoming it.
I think it's what's going to happen.
As of right now, man, I'm out. I'm out on Loki. I'll say it.
Everybody.
I'll say it.
Remember what we're saying right now, because I have a feeling that we're going to be saying the complete opposite. So they're going to do something.
I hope you're right. I
Me
really
too.
do.
God.
I really hope you're right, because of right now, this isn't Shark Tank, but I'm out.
For those reasons, I'm out.
Because of those reasons, I'm out on Loki, man. If I were to review the show right now, I'd give it a 2 out of 5.
Oh,
I am not entertained.
But I also really like the character Loki. That's
the only reason it's getting a 2 is because Tom Hiddleston is great as Loki.
And it was great. The scene that he's like, I'll relax the way I want to, and you can relax the way you want to. And then she sleeps and he's getting drunk with everybody and dancing and singing.
Yes, that was a cool scene, but like Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision both just had me gripping my seat like, oh my God, I cannot wait for this next week's episode. Like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
These weeks, I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday. That means we get Loki. Cool.
Kind of forget that it comes out on Wednesdays.
I'm just not in right now, man. I really hope that in 3 weeks I go, stupid Logan on episode 209. That was such a silly Logan.
Silly Logan.
But
I had nothing else for that.
I have nothing else on Loki, man.
Yeah.
I mean, don't let it deter you from watching the episode,
it's
Matt.
good.
It was
Keep watching it.
No, yeah,
You have
no,
to.
it
production
has to.
value is, of course, amazing, but I'm just not hooked. Hook
Just
me,
take
Marvel.
good notes, is what you're saying.
Hook me, Marvel. Yes, I will now take good notes. Matt, I'm going to hand the mic. I'm going to hand something to you.
Sure.
And allow you to give some conversation, Tanner, too, if you listen to any of it.
I did.
The Tyler, the Creator album, Call Me If You Get Lost. Matt, you gave this thing a 5 out of 5.
Yeah. Of
Go
course I
on,
did.
my friend.
It's phenomenal. I don't like. So Tyler's sort of really interesting to me because I feel like when I was younger, like when I was in high school, that's when he was a part of. That's when like Odd Future was big, and when Wolf and Goblin were out, and he was just very sort of shocking. Like he was sort of very just trying to cause controversy with things he was like rapping about. But then sort of like subtly like beneath it all, he was like making all the beats himself, and stuff himself. Like he was like very intentional about like all these things, and just kind of like from then to now, he's just kind of matured in a really like interesting way. Like I don't know if you guys have much other familiarity with his stuff. Like have you listened to any of his other like songs or albums?
That's why, I didn't send my rating yet, but mine was, you probably have more points, but I gave it a 4 out of 5 because it gives me his older music's vibe. He his like stuff like when he was like, the stuff Griffin used to listen to when he was younger, that type of music.
That's my experience with Tyler, old Tyler, the Creator is my experience with him.
Like Goblin and Yonkers. That's when I really liked him or enjoyed his music. I mean, I like hard. That's the type of, I was just like, hard beats and blah, 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 blah.
Obviously it's not made for me because I turned it on, listened to the intro song, made it onto the second song, listened to about 45 seconds, and I said, I can't listen to this. It's just not for me. I don't know. I'm not knocking him as an artist because he's extremely talented in his own right, but
kind of made me laugh out loud in a couple of songs.
I thought is this guy trying to be 6'9", like screaming into the microphone and saying just random? I don't know. Maybe
it wasn't. No.
Maybe it just is. Maybe he's just making references and stuff that are just going straight over my head.
Also, 6'9" is trying to be Tyler.
That's probably true. That's probably true.
See, like when I turned it on, I was like, I thought, because his recent music has kind of just been like, I don't know, like a little bit like less hard and more like poppy and like, I don't know.
Well, no, Igor was the least pop album ever. That was his the album like just before this. Grammy Award winning.
I don't even think I listened to it.
Really?
So I must not be not educated enough. But this gave me like, I thought it was going to be a little bit like poppy and fruity, but then it was hard and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
My bass was bopping in the car. I was like, oh boy, okay.
You got to listen to rap albums in the car. You can't listen to it anywhere else.
Maybe
I do headphones.
In your headies, but
in a quieter room.
Yeah.
No background noise.
No.
Yes.
No. I don't know. Just wasn't for me. Maybe I'll give it a shot and go back and listen to the rest, but
yeah, I would say there's definitely some singles on there, like Lumberjack. That's a good one
for sure.
Whatever the one with Pharrell, I can't think of the name of it.
Neither.
It's like nearly at the end. It's really good. Pharrell like just raps his head off. It's phenomenal.
Let's go.
But yeah, I think the production on it's like really, really weird, but really good. Just like a lot of like different beats and stuff going on, and I think that like that's a really interesting thing. Sort of like, I don't think like comparing him to Kanye is like a unique take, but he's like definitely trying to like use his albums to like tell like stories and like arcs now, and I think he does that with lyrics and with production and with like all this different stuff. And one of the things that like I feel like I say on a lot of these like music episodes that on things I rate highly, it's like I listen to it and I can see that there's more going on than I pick up on like the first time. Like I feel like each time I listen to this, it's going to be something new, and that like makes me, that really is what gives me the 5 out of 5, as well as just like a lot of the stuff I was just really, really vibing with, like just upon like first listen.
Yeah, I think I get that. And then when you re-listen, find more meanings and more like things you're like, oh, I didn't even hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. And also he's just like have you like seen any of the stuff like he's doing like on Twitter with this, like with the videos, and he's just like doing crazy stuff. So like the first single he dropped, that was Lumberjack. And apparently if you listen to it like on like with repeat turned on, it like it's like perfect loop, like it's just seamless. Like you won't even notice it. Just the way the song like begins and ends is the same. And then it's bothering me, whatever that song with Pharrell is. Call Me If You Get Lost, Pharrell. Wait, just tell me what it is. Gosh, this is so annoying. I'm so sorry. This is terrible radio.
It's not.
Juggernaut. That's what it is.
Juggernaut.
Yep. So he released a video with that, and it like starts with him like walking through an orchard or whatever, and then ends with him falling out of the sky because of course. But then like if you look at the beginning of the video in the background, you can see like someone like falling like out of the sky. So it's like there's something going on with like loops and like repeats and like stuff like this. And so it's just like all that stuff that's like out there to like figure out, and like, you know, you'll hop on like Reddit and like stay up until like 4 a.m, just like seeing what people are like thinking about it. Like I think that's really interesting, and I think like Tyler does that a lot, Kanye does that a lot, Childish Gambino does that a lot. So like those are the things that like I really connect to, and also it's just good. Like I'm not. That's something else I say. Like when it's music, it's like I don't know how to describe it other than just like I like it.
Right. Yeah, I get it. If it gets my head bopping, I'm like, all right, I can, I don't know if I don't know how to explain it. Like feel it.
Yeah.
Not feel it, but like,
it just hits.
If it's just like, this was nothing like a Playboi Carti album.
Right. Also I didn't hear any like features that were like bad or like out of place. And that's always something. There's more features on here than I was like expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought Tyler was normally the kind of guy who didn't do the features. One thing I do like about Tyler is that he's kind of like, he's in that camp of people who will release an album and not drop who the features are until like a week later. Yep. And then when you're listening to it, you get surprised by like all of these different artists. You're like, let's go.
Right.
So
I like that better.
And like, I don't see it on the feature list, but there was definitely a few songs with Frank Ocean doing vocals, and that's always a plus. I love Frank.
Yeah, we love Frank. So a good album then.
It was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would say maybe like hit up Spotify for just like the singles, see what like those think, because I think like if you're not kind of ready for like a narrative album or that, like that's just, like you said, it's not going to be what you're listening for. So that'd be like my recommendation to you, Logan, as well as any of the other listeners who think it's just kind of hard to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then I'll definitely give it a shot and see if anything sticks.
We'll see.
That's Call Me If You Get Lost by Felicia the Goat, Tyler the Creator. And go listen to it if you're a fan.
Tyler Baudelaire, aka Bunny Hop. Yeah, that's another thing. Tanner, what do you think about the DJ drama like interludes like throughout the whole thing and the Gangsta Grizzle?
Gangsta Grizzle.
It's quite interesting.
I was not expecting it. And that's another thing. It's like, what? Okay, so that's, those are happening at like specific times. Like they're not just like randomly thrown in. So it's like, what does that mean? Like all these like layers. It's like, I feel like I'm watching WandaVision all over again. It's like trying to find all the connections.
You love that.
You love it.
You love all the interweavingness and complexity of an album.
Interweavingness.
That shows you that the artist has talent, especially in their production and all that. Because like you just said, like everything is there for a reason. Like, but what are those reasons?
Right. And like when it's just a random, sorry, but not super relevant drop of Gangsta Grizzles, just kind of, it's like it's not aesthetically pleasing. So it's not just for the sound of it. I know that.
Well, I'll definitely go back and give it another try and listen to it, and maybe circle back in a couple weeks, and we'll see what I thought.
Maybe you can listen to it while you're driving. Speaking of driving.
Oh, wow. Tanner with the transition.
There it is.
Fast 9 or F9. Let me give you some information about the movie before I talk about it. Fast 9 or F9, whatever it is, it's called F9 : The Fast Saga. Again, another horrible. You know what? I'm out on IMDb. I'm canceling IMDb.
What?
I'm going straight to a little old site called Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude.
And I'm going to type F9. Oh, wait, I don't, because it's on the front page because it's a new movie. I don't even have to type anything. Be better, IMDb. Be better. Okay. Some information about F9. Vin Diesel's Dom Toretto is leading a quiet life off the grid with Letty and his son, little Brian.
Aww.
But they know that danger always lurks around their peaceful horizon. This time, that threat will force Dom to confront the sins of his past if he's going to save those he loves the most. His crew joins together to stop a world-shattering plot led by the most skilled assassin and high-performance driver they've ever encountered, a man who also happens to be Dom's forsaken brother, Jacob, played by John Cena.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
That would have been a better drop. Yep.
I was hoping that's where you were going, but
no,
alas.
Little off.
Movie is PG-13. It's just under 2.5 hours at 2 hours and 25 minutes. Directed by Justin Lin, starring, of course, Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Ludacris, Tyrese Gibson, John Cena, as I stated, and many more. It broke records for pandemic box office. It made $70 million over the weekend, which is the most so far. And yeah, man, this was a movie. Rotten Tomatoes. The critics are giving it a 59% rotten.
Dang.
Audience is giving it 84%. But I tend to agree a little more with the critics this time around. This movie was not great. Let me tell you why, man. So these movies suffer from what a lot of movies do suffer from. And that is that they keep trying to outdo themselves installment after installment. Transformers suffers from this. They try to better themselves each movie, and it just comes off even more cheesy and even more stupid. Yep. And this movie is that, man. Within about 45 minutes, I thought to myself, okay, so this is what the reviews were talking about. Like, this movie is so extreme, man. And there's even a side plot line, not even a plot line, just kind of like a string of jokes that Tyrese Gibson makes with Ludacris. At one point in the movie, Tyrese Gibson says to Ludacris, you know what's wild is that we've done this so many times and none of us are dead. None of us have died. None of us have broken a leg, not a bullet wound. None of us are dead from these adventures. And Ludacris is like, yeah, maybe we're superheroes or something. And then over the course of the movie, every single time something extreme happens, Tyrese and Ludacris look at each other and they're like, yeah, we're invincible. We're superheroes, whatever. And they basically are, man. There's this fight scene where Vin Diesel, try to picture it. So you see the door frame behind me, Matt. Yeah. Imagine someone picking you up, like running into you, tackling you and picking you up, and your head hits the wall. Like the roof of the door, the top of the door frame.
That would hurt.
A normal person would be like, ouch.
Yeah.
But in this movie, John Cena tackles Vin Diesel in that exact motion. And instead of Vin Diesel reacting accordingly, he just smashes a hole through the wall as if the man is the Incredible Hulk.
I mean, they're superheroes. Tyrese said it.
Yeah. So it's making me think that they're truly trying to lean into the cheesiness of the series, which is sucky because they really tried to get super serious with like the Paul Walker passing away installment. And then like last movie they did what? They had a submarine chasing them like underwater while they were racing on ice. It was like, how are they going to do something bigger? And they did. They went to outer space. Mm-hmm. This is in the trailer. This isn't a spoiler. This is in the trailer. They go to outer space in this movie.
I didn't realize that at all.
Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris put on astronaut suits, and they get into a old Pontiac something.
I've heard this.
Yeah, with a rocket engine attached to the roof of it, and it blasts them into outer space.
You got to be shitting me.
It's not a huge piece of the movie. They only spend like 10 minutes in space, but the plot requires them to take out a satellite, and the only way to take out the satellite is to plow through it. And well, they do. Spoiler alert for Fast 9, if you really give a shit.
No, I do not. Now man, I definitely do not, now that you mentioned space.
I don't know, man. There's some components of the movie that was really cool. Like they incorporated like an electromagnetic like magnet, and like they would turn it on and off when they were in car scene chases or whatever, and like cars would like come and can like hit each other midair, like use it with them utilizing the magnet. Like a lot of it was cool, and like watching the movie, I was like, this is a fun time. It's just stupid. This is a fun movie, but it's stupid.
I'm glad I didn't go with you, just because I sat down and started watching the first Fast and Furious, and I was just like 20 minutes in, I was just like, oh my God, I'm so bored. Well, so I turned it off. But so hearing that that's 2 hours and 25 minutes. Oh my God, I would have lost.
And it flew by, honestly. Really? I mean, it flew by, and the cast was awesome. I mean, Ludacris and Tyrese Gibson have great chemistry in all of these movies. Their jokes are awesome. John Cena, I really enjoyed John Cena. He wasn't super cheese dick. If anyone, Vin Diesel's the cheesy one here. But John Cena was great. He's going to be in future movies. They set it up. So he's almost taking The Rock's place because The Rock and Vin Diesel have beef.
Well, he's got Hobbs and Shaw. That's its own thing now. They got their own.
They got their own franchise.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I mean, I gave the movie a 3 out of 5. Oh yeah, and Han is just somehow back. They kind of explain that, but still, it's just like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. If they don't end this movie after the 10th movie and just call it quits, I don't.
They've got 2 more at least.
Oh my God.
I think I read that the other day too.
So what do you want to see? Where do you want to see them go?
I want to see them name the Fast and Furious 10. Please call it Fast 10 Your Seatbelts. Missed opportunity.
Yep.
Also, there's a huge rumor that Fast and Furious is crossing over with Jurassic Park in the future.
I don't like that.
There's a huge rumor. I watched an interview with Vin Diesel the other day, and when asked about the rumor, Vin Diesel laughed and said he's not ruling it out. And you might. He said like said something along the lines of like, strap in. You have no idea what's coming. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Which would make sense. I definitely believe it because they used, they promoted a short teaser for Jurassic World Dominion before IMAX screenings of Fast 9.
How was that, by the way?
I will tell you that it did not play. What? They did not show it.
Are you shitting me?
Which is the whole reason I saw the movie in IMAX. The whole reason I went to a specific theater to see it in IMAX, not the one convenient to my home.
Would have lost my mind.
You know what, Universal Studios? Suck my balls, man. I spent $20 to see this mediocre movie in hopes to see a trailer for a hopefully not mediocre movie.
Right.
But the trailer didn't even show. And after the trailers ended, I thought like, oh, maybe after like the theater intro, it'll play right before the movie. No. God, I'm so upset about it, man.
I would have been pissed.
I was so pissed
because I was
for the first 30 minutes of the movie. I was salty that the trailer didn't show,
dude. I remember I was like, I might go just because like I wanted to see that.
Can you imagine, bro?
Oh, I would have been.
But then I was looking on Twitter and everyone was like, the Jurassic World teaser was awesome, and I was like, the fuck? Did I just go to the wrong theater?
Sue.
I'm gonna sue Universal Pictures.
Lawyer
promised
up.
Me. Fuckers. Either way, man, Fast 9. I mean, if you like these movies, you're going to love this one. If you don't like these movies, you're going to hate this movie. That's as simple of a review as I can give. Fun action, fun cast. Just a little, they teeter-totter a little too hardcore on the unbelievable.
Yeah.
Which is coming from a guy whose favorite movie franchise is one where dinosaurs roam the earth. So you definitely should take my advice on things that are realistic or not.
Well, I mean, they might cross over, so...
If they do, I am going to be out.
Out on Fast or out on Jurassic Park?
That's a great question. I don't know. Out on both. I don't know. I'll never give up on Jurassic Park, but
fair.
But Fast, I'm very much so nearing my end. Where are they going to go next? How do you beat outer
Pluto.
space? Are they going to go to Mars?
A different unit. They're going to open up the multiverse. They're going to find the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, really. It's going to be a crossover between the MCU and Fast and Furious.
Thanos is going to come in riding a freaking Indominus Rex.
Yeah. And
Velociraptors on his side.
Oh, God, I'm kind of stressing about it already.
Yeah, it's too much to think about. Moving on.
That's it, man. That's episode 209. That's it.
That's it.
209
That's the
in
tweet.
the books. F9 209.
So that was episode 209. Again, no run through Thursday, but it's starting back up next week. In terms of next week, we've got Loki episode 4.
Loki, we do, yeah.
And that's it. So
Okay.
be on the lookout for what else we
You
do.
guys should do?
You know,
Watch
we should-
season 1 of Peaky Blinders.
Matt, are you in on Peaky Blinders?
I've never gotten into it. I haven't given it a shot.
I was in the car for 14 hours yesterday, and I watched season 1, season 2.
Do you have unlimited data?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope
Yeah.
so. Otherwise, your parents are going
So,
to beat the shit out of you.
I hope so too. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, we do. Season 3, I got halfway through it, and this show is incredible.
Really? You're
Yeah.
that far?
Oh, dude, it's awesome. And Cillian Murphy,
Yeah,
he's-
yeah.
he is. Oh my God, he's a badass.
Yeah, I really want to watch it.
Should. And they're freaking, dude, they wear these hats like in their little gang, and they have razor blades in the back of them. That's why they're called the Peaky Blinders, because they take their hats off and they go whoosh, or they use it to blind people.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they're ruthless. It's amazing.
Well, we will figure out what next week's content's going to look like. Otherwise, we're going to have a short epi.
Yeah.
Epi.
But
Dave.
we could do some Dave talk. We could do some. I have been watching iCarly.
Good.
It's good, Matt. It's good.
It is
Okay.
good.
It's not
Okay.
outstanding, but it's
Now, at some points, I'm like, ugh.
yeah.
Like,
but
The first
To my- discovery upon watching the first couple episodes, it's not done by Nickelodeon.
no,
This is a Paramount production
it's an adult
because
show.
they cuss. They are drinking alcohol in the show. They talk about like adult themes like sex and dating, and it's iCarly, but just
Okay.
more mature.
Yeah, it's awesome
And the dude who plays Spencer, let me say, has not aged a day. He looks the same.
and has not changed at all.
No,
It's
he's the
exact
same man.
person.
Jerry
Yes.
Trainer, I think's his name.
Yep, that's his name.
He has not aged a day.
Megan's
But-
husband?
Who? Stop
Megan
it.
Trainer.
Stop.
Did you know
yeah,
her
that
fans
guy's.
call themselves Megatrons? That's just
Oh
the
my
fact I
God.
know.
I'm gonna become a fan of her just so I can identify as a Megatron. Megatron. Well, guys, that's episode 209. Follow us on Instagram, Binge Boys Podcast, and if you like what you heard, tell a friend and leave a review. Bye.
Goodbye.
See you.
Wiki wiki.